Protests filled the streets of Kabul on Tuesday, calling on the U.S. and other countries to release billions of dollars in Afghan funds.
Today, we're all gathered to raise our voices and ask the United States of America and world countries to release Afghanistan's own money.
The UN estimates more than half of the 40 million who live there face starvation, including 1 million children at risk of dying of serious malnutrition. The street protests come a day after more than 40 U.S. lawmakers, mainly Democrats, sent a letter to President Joe Biden and Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen, calling on them to do the same in order to avert a humanitarian disaster in Afghanistan. They're calling for an end to U.S. sanctions that have frozen nearly $10 billion in Afghan funds after the Taliban takeover in August. Most of the funds in the Afghan Central Reserve that once belonged to the former Afghan government are currently tied up in U.S.-based banks. Lawmakers say U.S. sanctions are behind a freezing of international aid and bank closures, both of which have heavily damaged Afghanistan's economy. While Washington has allowed some remittances into the country and pledged hundreds of millions in aid, the White House has made it clear any change in the status of the reserve funds is far from certain due to Republican resistance and litigation against the Taliban for involvement in 9/11 and other terror attacks. But after 2 decades of war and a crippling drought, the country is sinking deeper and deeper into crisis.
I sold whatever I had at home. Now I'm selling second-hand clothes here to feed my children.
With Afghanistan's economy in freefall, the UN says current measures by the U.S. to stem the crisis won't be enough to keep even more people from starving. Sarah Balter, TRT World.